HarperVia and HarperAudio present The Infinite Plan by Isabel Allende, translated from the Spanish by Margaret Sayers-Peden. Performed by Isabel Allende and Luis Moreno.
The Infinite Plan. In 1987, I came on a book tour to California and met the man who would become my second husband. He invited me to dinner, and over fresh salmon and a bottle of white wine, he told me his life story. I fell in love with the tale and decided there and then that I had to write it. I didn't exactly marry him for that reason, but his story was a decisive element in the attraction I felt. This book is loosely based on that man's life. It is fiction, but according to him, it is true from the emotional and psychological point of view. The protagonist, Gregory Reeves, is the son of an extravagant preacher who has invented a religion called the Infinite Plan and travels the Bible Belt with his family, selling his wares and competing with Christian revivals in the 40s. He dies suddenly in the Mexican ghetto of Los Angeles, leaving his family stranded. Gregory grows up in poverty and neglect, the only white kid among Hispanics. At 18, fired up by a passion for adventure, he hitchhikes around the world, but his year of bohemian vacation is curtailed when he's drafted. He ends up in the killing fields of Vietnam, where he learns about friendship and loyalty. There he's faced with a harrowing choice that will mark him for life. While other young men were almost destroyed by the experience of war, Gregory returns from Vietnam determined to survive and make his way in the world. Raised on Social Security and food stamps, he had learned that his place was on the lower echelons of society, but nevertheless his indomitable spirit propels him forward. This is the 60s and early 70s, a time of hippies, drugs, free love, and loose morals. Gregory gets lost in a whirlwind of success and easy money. More and more unhinged and lonely, he eventually has to confront the darkness in his heart and go back to his roots in search of his own salvation. As I usually do during my research for the book, I visited most of the places where the action happened, and I tried to meet people who lived there at the time. One day, my husband and I went to Los Angeles, looking for the house where he had grown up. Everything had changed. Even the names of the streets were not the same. But eventually, we found ourselves at a barren site on the outskirts of the city, where we saw the ruins of a shack under a dead tree. My husband recognized his home. He sat on the dilapidated stairs and cried. One can never recover the past, he concluded.
I am alone, at dawn, on the mountaintop. Below, through the milky mist, I see the bodies of my friends. Some that have rolled down the slopes lie like disjointed red dolls. Others are ashen statues, surprised by the eternity of death. Stealthy shadows are climbing toward me. Silence. I wait. They approach. I fire against dark silhouettes in black pajamas, faceless ghosts. I feel the recoil of the machine gun. I grip it so tightly my hands burn as incandescent lines of fire cross through the sky, but there is no sound. The attackers have become transparent. They are not stopped by the bullets that pass right through them. They continue their implacable advance. I am surrounded. Silence. My own scream wakes me, and I keep screaming. Screaming. Gregory Reeves. Part 1. Chapter 1.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?